Okay, so OBS basics, right? From start to finish, if you've never used OBS before, this is probably for you. It is showing you how to set up a very, very basic scene with audio, video, and other sources that you may need in about 15 minutes. So let's get started. Okay, so starting from the beginning, we need to first download OBS. Go to the OBS website right here. It's also in the description if you haven't gotten that. Click on the button for your operating system. You got Windows, Mac, Linux. We're going with Windows, obviously, because I'm on Windows systems right now. So just click the button. It'll download. Click on your download. It'll open. It'll ask you to install. Yes. Click next. Next. Right here at the destination folder, you want to leave this what the default is. If you don't and you put it in some custom location, you could have issues later on down the road when you're installing plugins and whatnot. So go ahead and click install. Downloading it from the website will give you the newest version also. So go ahead and click finish, and then it'll start up, and we'll get to our default scene. So this is your default scene. From here, there's a couple of things you need to do really quickly to get everything set up. First, you want to go into your Windows sound. You can just right-click on the sound and go into Open Sound Settings. On Windows 11, this may be a little bit different. You can just go and click on Sound Settings or Sound Control Settings and search for it, and it'll bring it up. So you want to have your default, like your speakers, your headphone, whatever. Right-click on it, and it will give you the option to set as a default device and set as default communication device. You want to do both of them right here on whatever your output is. And then go into recording, and you want to set your line in or whatever your microphone is as your default communication device and default device. Click OK, and then we're done with that part. Now for OBS, we're going to set this up really quickly for you to be able to get a basic scene set up and to get your stream going or record video. So we need to first go into settings over here. I'm kind of in the way, but there's a settings button on the right hand side, right? It says start streaming, start recording, start virtual camera, studio mode, settings, and exit. It's actually right behind me, or you can go up to the top and go to settings. And it does the same thing. All right. All of this stuff you can go through. This is just pretty much makes it so where you can customize it to how you like it. There's 3 places actually that you need to go to first to get your stuff set up. You go to stream. This is where you put in your account information for streaming to like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, whatever the case may be. For YouTube, you just connect account. Same thing with Twitch. You go to Twitch, connect account, and then it'll do everything in the background for you. We need to go to output. By default, it will give you a simple mode. And you can leave this as what it is, and it will do just fine. If you want to go into it a little bit more advanced stuff, you can go into advanced. But right now we're just gonna leave it in simple. And your video bit rate is based on the quality you want to upload your video or to a streaming service or recording. You want to put this what your computer can hold. Say 5,000 kilobits is a good starting point. Audio bit rate, just leave that to whatever it is. Hardware encoder, depending on your GPU and your computer, you could either use software x24 or hardware. If you have an NVIDIA card, NVENC is probably the best to use. I've got an NVIDIA card, so we're going to use that. Encoder preset. This will make or break your computer, depending on your build. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on quality, because it's a little bit... it gives you performance, but doesn't give you max quality, so you're not topping out everything. So just leave it on quality. Check mark right here, enable custom encoding settings in advanced. That just says that you've got some custom stuff if you go into advanced mode. This thing right here, Twitch VOD track, uses track 2, so you can turn on if you're doing Twitch, where you can take your not take your movies, but take your music that you're listening to out of the stream before it gets to Twitch. Recording path, this is where your recordings are going to go if you're recording. Recording quality, same as stream. Recording format, you want to leave this to MKV. If you do set it to MP4, The container that MP4 uses could corrupt it, and you could lose all of your recordings if you put an MP4. MKV is just a video file that hasn't been put in a container for MP4. There's some technical stuff along with that, but anyway, those are those settings to get you started. Go to audio and make sure that everything on here on your global audio devices is disabled. You really don't need anything else in here to get started. Video, you really don't need anything. Just leave this all to default. This right here, your base canvas resolution, is this black box right here. That's your canvas resolution. And then output scaled. Whatever you're outputting to, this is the resolution it's going to output to before it pushes it to a streaming service or your recording. So I've got it right now. I've got my base canvas set to 3840, but we're going to go ahead and set this to 1080. Both of them. And then obviously your frames per second. 60 is fine for a recording. So I'm going to go ahead and click apply. And then hotkeys, advanced, you don't have to do anything with this. Right here, just leave these all at default. File format naming for recordings. This gives you your name, year, month, day, hour, minute, second. You can put something custom in the front of it right here, like video or whatever. And then this one's kind of important. Checkmark automatically remux to MP4. That'll take your MKV file when you're done recording, and it will put it in the MP4 container, and you'll have a better file that's able to be read on more devices. Go ahead and click apply, and now we're ready to set up a scene. You'll notice that it's already got a scene right here. If you want to add another scene, just click the plus button and click OK. Now you have scene 2, and you can rename these. Just right click and rename, right? There are 3 things you need set up when you're going live or you're recording. You need audio, video, and then whatever you're recording, right? So we're going to add those 3 things. So to add audio, you click the plus right here, and you go to audio input capture. This is going to capture whatever input is coming into your computer. And we're just going to name it microphone. Click OK. It'll come up with this box that says default device. Now you're going to choose your microphone. Obviously, my mic is coming from another computer, and it's coming in through the line in, so we're going to click line in. It's going to be different on yours. You may only have your one PC set up, and when you plug your microphone, it's going to show your microphone as an input. So we're going to click on line in and click OK. And now we got microphone. You can adjust, audio properties, your volume is at 64%, or you can do it with decibels. Monitor off, so where you can't hear it. Monitor only, so where you can hear it, but it doesn't go to the output. Monitor and output is where you can hear the microphone through your system, and it's outputting the microphone. I just go ahead and leave monitor off. Tracks on the side is the tracks of the audio that it's going to. So it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks. This is a little bit more advanced, so where you're splitting audio tracks, and we'll get into that later in a different video. Go ahead and click close, and you got your audio set up. Next thing is video. Okay, so face cam, webcam, whatever, if you need to set that up, we're going to go ahead and do that next. Go ahead and click add, and we're going to go down to video capture device. This will also work for like a capture card or another computer coming in, whatever the case may be, webcams, all that good stuff, right? Cameras. Click on that. We're going to make this one. We're going to say webcam. We're going to click OK. And it will come up with this is OBS virtual camera first. Whatever camera you have installed in your computer, it's going to show up. And we're going to go down to, and we're going to use my GoPro webcam, right? We're going to click on that. And it's going to start it up. Give it a second. And now we've got your webcam going up. You can see it's a little bit saturated. You can start and edit the colors and everything like this. You want to right click, and you want to go into filters, right? And you can add filters and different things you can do to it. You got audio and video filters. You can go through and play with these. We'll get into these settings at a later date on a different video. This is just the basic one. Click on plus and go to color correction. And this is where you can correct your color, right? Gamma turns it up or down. We're going to leave it probably where it was at. Contrast, obviously, is contrast, right? Makes it sharper or less sharp. Take it back where it was. Brightness is obvious, right? Brightness. Saturation. You see how it's like over saturated with blue and green, and my keys on it. You can turn that down a little bit, make it look a little bit better. There you go. Hue shift takes it from one color to the next. My shirt is blue. We can change it to purple, green, changes all that stuff. We're going to take this back to 0. And you've got your webcam set up. You can also resize this by bringing it down, right? Your webcam. And if little tip for you, if you hit Alt on one of these boxes, you can actually scale this in, so you only see a little part. So hold the Alt button and use your mouse, and you can scale those in. Okay, so we're gonna leave this down here right now. Next thing we got to do is get a image source, game capture. You can do this with the game capture, so where the game is coming in through this, or if you're on a single PC, you can go to display capture. It captures your whole display, right? Click OK. And you have it right here, so where it's automatic, where it just captures your display. So this is obviously capturing my my computer desktop and what's going on. But if you close it down right here, it shows this, right? So go back up here. We're gonna move this one to the bottom. Anything on the bottom is going back. So if you have more than one display capture, the one at the bottom is the one that's furthest back, and the one at the top is the one that's furthest forward on your canvas here. Okay? So we're going to remove this one. And then you can go with game capture. Obviously, this one isn't going to work because I don't have a game running right now. But when you click it, you can say capture any full screen application or capture a specific window. I would say capture a specific window. And this one has the Alienware Command Center that's running, but you can when you're playing a game, it'll show up right here as the game, and you just click it, and then click OK, and it'll show up in your canvas right here. And then a couple more right here. If you need to have text on the screen, you can click on the text right here, and it'll allow you to add text to the screen. You can change the color. Add a gradient, change that color. And then, gradient direction, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff, right? Alignment left, top, okay. And then you can scale this one just like your other one, depending on what you want to do, right? And there's some other things you can do with this that's a little bit more advanced, but we're just doing basics right here. Last one you need to know about is your video. You've got video source, media source, and image. Image is you can add a static picture and you can put it in your background, whatever the case may be. Media source, videos or any type of media, audio, video, so you can show it on the screen. VLC video source is just a VLC. It comes from a specific VLC player or whatever the case may be. Okay? And then that is your basic scene. Nothing to it. When you click on the scenes, we'll go in, we'll do one more thing for you. We'll go to window capture. Click OK. Okay. So now we've got my Chrome browser up here for a window capture. It's capturing this window, right? And we can scale this too if you need to. Move it to the bottom. So we got all our stuff. And there you go. It is set up. Kind of a quick video, but this will get everything set up that you need to have set up. Just a reminder that anything that you capture has an audio source, so you want to, kind of mute these, so where you're only getting the audio sources that you want. There is one more that you probably need to add as far as an audio source, and for that we're going to go click add, and then we're going to do an audio output capture. Whatever your audio is outputting to, like, more than likely it'll be like Realtek or something like that. You want to capture that so where it's going on your stream or whatever. We're going to click this, and it's going to audio output capture. Click OK. And in speakers, Realtek Audio. And this will capture like your game sounds and all that other stuff. So if you start up any type of music, you'll notice it's now coming out of audio output capture. Okay? And then you're set up. And then we'll get into some of the more advanced settings at a later date, but this is pretty much a quick tutorial on how to set up OBS from the start. If you have any questions, comments, all that stuff, comment section below, and we'll see you on the next one.